Hello, everybody. Checking audio as usual. And we have audio. That's awesome stuff. Right. Lovely job. Hey there, people. How is it going? It's your annual Monday train trip. This is Flawless and Flawless Rage 2, bringing you another stream. Tonight, we back on Train Sim World 2. Gonna have a weekly topic as per usual. I hope everybody's had a really good day out there. I have got a couple of runs to show you tonight, so we're going to get straight into it. We ain't going to mess about. I'm going to go with the West Summer... No, not. Great Western Express. Let's do that. And we're going to do a run with the high-speed train. And we're going to go from... Ooh, where should we go? Swansea to London Paddington. Yeah, let's do that. So tonight's topic that we're going to be talking about is the paranormal. Okay? So that's coming up just as soon as we get going. I hope everyone's had a really good day today. Another week begins and more restrictions are lifted here in the UK. You can now hug. But the way they showed it on TV to do it this morning, there's no fucking point, to be perfectly honest with you. And you can now, and also now you can dine in places. Bars and restaurants are open for dining inside, and that. So that is seriously good stuff. Things are improving, although a lot of people are worried about this Indian variant that's come our way. But I've actually heard that there's nothing to worry about when it comes to that, for the simple reason of the vaccine actually works for it, so that's really good. So, without any further ado, let's go 34 miles to London Paddington, and let's start our... Is this a straight run? It must be. Okay, and let's start our live stream off and our topic. So, tonight's topic is the paranormal. Now, you may or may not believe in that kind of thing. If you do, awesome. If you don't, that's up to you. But let me explain to you something, okay? I do believe it. I have reasons to believe it. I'm highly into that stuff, and I'll explain to you why. Okay? Now, before, you might think of the paranormal world or supernatural world as ghosts who are going to jump out on you and go boo, and sort of like scare you and stuff, and just ghosts are just there to scare you. That's not necessarily true. The paranormal world consists of so many layers. It really does. There's things to, there's rituals people conduct to bring in spirit activity. There's all sorts of stuff that goes on. Witches are real. Yes, believe it or not, witches are real. And all that sort of good stuff. So, where do we begin when we start talking about this? At the beginning. So, I think the thing what got me into the paranormal world is when I was a kid, being into Ghostbusters. Might sound weird, I know, but it's still sort of like, ghosts and stuff. And paranormal shows, I love to watch those, and they consist of many layers. They consist of spirits who are not there to harm you, but who haven't crossed over. They consist of demonic spirits. There's attachments. There's things that are designed to let you know they're there and designed to hurt you. Now, growing up, I sort of like thought, oh, ghosts, how scary, and then I'd hear there's no such thing as ghosts. There is. I've had paranormal experiences. okay? One of which I'll tell you about. So, I'll do that now. So, what? How many years ago? A number of years ago, they say, because I can't remember the exact amount. I used to live in a flat with my other half. And you guys know I'm a wrestling fan. It was getting ready for a wrestling event to come on TV. And I basically thought, right, okay, I'll go sit down and get ready to record it. Now, in them days, I would record it on a video cassette, okay? On VHS. And I'd be sitting there I was sitting there in my living room. My other half was in the bedroom playing on her GameCube, playing on a bit of Zelda. And out of nowhere, I heard this breathing in my ear. And it was like, kind of thing. I literally turned around, stood up and thought, what? And said, what the fuck was that? I didn't know how to explain it or anything. So before the show started, I went and in the bedroom where my wife was playing Zelda, and I said to her, have you ever noticed anything weird about this place? And she goes, not really. And I told her what happened, and we just left it at that, thought it to be one of them things. And the next thing you know, the next day we go shopping, me and my wife. Come home. I'm in the bedroom. This is when we used to live there. We used to have the living room, but we used to be in the bedroom all the time. That's where the TV was, you know. We'd just use the living room for storage. We had so much shit. We'd keep all of the stuff in the living room. And so we used to just use the bedroom as a living room, bedroom area. That way you're watching TV, you fall asleep, no big deal. Rather than having to get up out of your seat and go, oh yes, okay, it's a lazy way of doing things, but in any event. So so I'm in the bedroom, putting the TV on, getting things ready, it's getting on towards lunchtime. And from the kitchen, so where I lived, it was, you had to walk through the living room to get to the kitchen. From there, mother half go, ha ha, very funny. And I was like, what? She goes, where are you? I go, I'm in the bedroom. She came in and goes, you know that thing you told me you just heard? I said, yeah. She goes, well, I've literally just heard it in the kitchen as I've been putting shopping away. Swear down, this is a real story. I will not make this up. And so I thought, okay, something must have gone down here. What went down in this place to have that sort of activity in this place? Hello, second viewer. I thought, what the fuck is going on in this place to have activity that you can't see, that you can only describe as paranormal? So we got the vicar out, and he came and sort of like see if he could detect anything. See, if this was a spirit, I didn't know if it was a good spirit, a bad spirit, whatever. And so we just left it at that and thought, right, okay, get the vicar out, see what he does. Well, before he came out, we used to have, at the flat, we used to have pets. We used to have a couple of hamsters, right? And we did just finished cleaning them out. And one of them was, he had such lovely markings on him, we took a picture of him. We looked at the picture, and I swear the fuck down, I am not joking, my wife still has this picture to this day somewhere. In the picture was a head of an old man looking directly into the camera and sticking his tongue out at the side of the where the hamster was. That's what he was doing. When I took the picture, I didn't see him on the screen, I didn't see him solo through the camera, but he was there. So while we're waiting for the vicar to come round, I went and spoke to some of the neighbours. One of the neighbours who'd lived there for a long time. And And I spoke to him and I said, you know that flat? He went, yeah. I said, well, who used to live in there before me? He said, well, this is the second time I've lived in these flats. And when I first moved in here, there was an old man with grey hair. And he used to live there. And I said, give me a minute. Went and got the picture. Showed him, and I go, is this him? He says, yeah, that looks exactly like him. This guy was just... This old man must have recently passed. Must have moved away from that place and recently passed. Maybe he was went into a nursing home or something. I don't know his history. But all I know is his spirit came back. He was a nice guy. And he was just letting us know he was there. Because if a spirit's going to come back to a place where he used to live, generally that means that he was happy there. So I thought that to be quite a nice story. But the vicar came out, blessed the place, and after that we had no more activity. But the thing what got me is, a 1 week leading up to me hearing the noise, I swear down, no bullshit, I swear I felt like someone was watching me. 1 week leading up to it. And that, guys, is a 100% true story. No bullshit, no lies. That's a real story. Now, I watch paranormal shows. I'm heavily into the paranormal. Whether it be somebody who's got a possession, whether it be a haunted doll, whether it be, you know, sort of like haunted land and stuff like that. These things are real. But there doesn't have to be a spirit in your house or wherever you live or wherever you are for things to be paranormal. You might hear voices, but there's nothing there. And I mean, when I say there's nothing there, I mean there's no spirit guarding it, and there's no spirit sort of like around. That's known as residual. What residual is a noise or something that happened years ago, and buildings can hold energy. And if the temperature is right, if everything is right and perfect to how it was when that first happened, after a certain amount of years, you will hear that noise again. But there might not be any spirits there. That's known as residual energy, because what is residual? It's something that's left behind. Fascinating stuff, right? I really, really am heavily into that stuff. A lot of people say they're into the paranormal, but they really know fuck all about it. But I'm heavily into that stuff. Been into it for years and stuff. When it comes to spirits, there are ones that are okay, letting you know they're there, like the one I told you about. You also get black shadow figures as well, which generally means that they're a bad one, a bit of a demonic one. But when sort of like that sort of thing happens, there is way to find them. There's EMF detectors, there's SLS cameras, there's EVPs that you can take, there's all sorts of stuff. It's really fascinating to learn about these things and to find out the history behind it and who it is that whose spirit it is that is in your place or where you are. But it doesn't always have to be that way. Some things can be conjured up. These are things that come through in things known as portals. What are portals? Portals can be a number of things. Portals can be mirrors. A door can be opened if you do something like a seance or a ritual, especially if it's a satanic ritual, which a lot of that still happens today. And it lets evil things in. Not necessarily human, but evil spirits in. If an evil spirit comes in, you've got a hell of a job to get rid of it again, because if it grabs hold of you, then it will possibly possess you. He'll have that spirit living inside you, and it's literally hell to get them out. You need an exorcism to get them out. So, you know, it's one of those things, really, where sort of like you got to learn about it to know about it, kind of thing. And yeah, there's a lot of people out there who say, "Oh, ghosts aren't real, spirits aren't real. I've never seen one." Just because it's not there, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just because you've never seen it. You know what I mean? There's nothing there to say that there's anything not there, kind of thing. But my question is, do the people really believe that there's nothing there? Are they really skeptical like that? Or are they too afraid to admit that maybe there is something there, and they just want to try and block it out of their mind, try and take no notice of it, and maybe that'll go away? Who knows, right? Some people are weird like that. But you got to think, sort of like, you know, this is happening all the time. There's spirits seen, there's black shadow figures seen, there's demonic figures seen. Numbers to look out for are 666, you know, things like that. There's a lot of it that happens, a lot of it that goes on, and the paranormal is very, very real. And you might think, Flawless, you're chatting shit, bro. And if you want to believe I'm chatting shit, then it's absolutely fine. But I promise you, 100%, I'm not making this shit up. Okay, I'm not making this up at all. Second viewer's still hanging about, so clearly can't be a spy. You know, it's one of them things. There's shows about ghost hunting and what they find. Avoid Most Haunted, though, because that's fucking staged. But there's things like Ghost Adventures, Paranormal Lockdown, Portals to Hell, that kind of thing, that are really, really good to watch. They deal with some real stuff. Some of the stories of the people who have passed on are so sad, especially when they go to prisons and old penitentiaries and asylums, sanitariums, and stuff like that. People who, in sort of like the past, suffered with a mental condition, you know, and basically were just locked away because they didn't know how to handle them back then, and all the pain that they went through. Some of the stories are really fucking sad, and that, you know, kids. I mean, there's one that springs to mind for me of an episode of Ghost Adventures. It's quite a few seasons back now, but a girl who died, I think she was in a car accident, and her dad is into the paranormal world, and he makes the Mel meters, which is what can tell in a fluctuation of temperature. And they went to his house and talked about it, and did an EVP session, or I think it was a voice sweep session. And the guy said to his daughter, "Can you hear me?" And over the speaker, no bullshit, no word of a lie, she said, "Hi, Dad." How fucking sad is that, huh? How sad is that? It's you know, it's a great thing to be sort of like, you know, interested in and learn about, but don't let it sort of like become an obsession, for fuck's sake. Because reading about it, if you're not ready for it, it can sort of like mess you up, some of the stuff that goes on. But it's one of them things, and it's I personally think it's absolutely fascinating. I love it. I watch paranormal shows any chance I get. I just think it's absolutely fantastic stuff. And if you are interested in it, then try watching one yourself. If you're squeamish or don't like horror films or things like that, that's really not for you, kind of thing. But if you're sort of like, you know, thinking, curious type like me, you're thinking, I wonder, then what I would do is say, go for it, see how you feel. Just watch one. That's all you got to do, just watch one. And I guarantee you'll probably enjoy it. You know, it's really good stuff. Things like the undead and stuff like that, like vampires and stuff, like that bullshit you see on that fucking stupid fucking Supernatural. Take no notice of that crap, right? Some of that stuff can happen, but some of that stuff, you know, vampires, werewolves, yeah, I believe in that. I believe the sort of like there's UFOs. This whole solar system, we can't be the only living form. Come on. So, you know, bear that in mind. And just give it a go if you're interested in that. But read up about it. Never do a fucking Ouija board. And you'll be fine. Okay. I know it's sort of like one of them topics which is sort of like a bit, oh, I don't know if I should believe in this or not, and I don't know if I should give it a go. I'm not saying go out there and go to a haunted location. I'm saying do some research, watch some shows, actually learn about what they're talking about, see the proof, see the evidence, hear the evidence, and, you know, you will be fine. I've been into it for years, so I'd love to do a ghost walk. I really would. You just got to be careful with it. Just like anything, really. You just got to be careful with it. So there you go. That was tonight's topic on the paranormal. Bit of a different one this week. Wanted to bring you something a little different rather than sort of like, you know, the usual sort of topics. But it's been an interesting one nonetheless. One thing I was thinking about this week is changing up the schedule for Mondays, where I don't do TSW2 anymore, and we move to something else. But I quite like doing the Train Sim World, so we'll stick with it. I've got so many topics I can do, and, you know, it's difficult to think of them some weeks. There's one I want to do, but I'm waiting to see if anybody makes a move first before I go ahead and do that one. And then we'll see. But there's other topics I like to talk about. But tonight I just thought I'd bring you that one on the paranormal. Let me know in the comments, do you believe in spirits, ghosts, the paranormal world? Have you had a paranormal experience? What has been your paranormal experience? Let us know in the comment section. I'll read it and I'll respond to it. It'll be very interesting. And if anybody out there's thinking about making up shit, or if somebody comments with their real story and somebody takes the piss, then you will be automatically fucking reamed out. And you will be fucking blocked from commenting. Trust. Okay, so how long have we been streaming? 24 minutes, still got 2 viewers. Who are you, second viewer? Are you one of the spies, or are you a genuine viewer? Let us know in the chat. Say hi. Unless you can't. In that case, you're a spy. Right. So I want to show you guys something on this. Now our topic is over, and we can continue with actual gaming. I tried this game out this morning thinking about a route. And I thought, what can I do? And this game was acting so fucking weird this morning. I don't know what happened. But thankfully it seems to be all right now. But you see this train? The ICE or ICE train? Yeah, the really fast one. I mean, this thing, this thing goes about 225 miles per hour. Well, I made a speed run, but I'm not going to do it as a speed run. And I made it on the Rapid Transit, okay? So if we go into here, I'll show you what I did. There you go, speed run. And we're going to do the run. Oh, the other viewer's gone, so it must have been a spy. If you are the spy and you know who, and when I say the spy, they obviously know who they are, please fucking unsubscribe and stop coming into the streams. Because one false move, one fuck up from you, and there'll be a very special topic. So, this is the run. And as you'll see, I have the ice train. Okay. So what we need to do is, I think the reverser is off. Let's put the reverser forward. This is make sure the pantograph is up. Circuit breaker, let's close that. Now, I tried this route. It's good, but the train will derail. So we've got to bear that in mind. But there are some nice straights on here. Let's see what speed we can get up to. I'm not going to call this just a speed run. I'm just going to, you know, get from one end to the other as fast as I can. You know the rules. I should have said beforehand. No sticking to speed limits. I've just got to try not to derail. And we should be good. Okay, here we go. We've got 41 miles to cover. How much time do you think it's going to take to cover 41 miles? And this is the rapid transit thing. I've never driven a train on these tracks before. Apart from the rapid transit DLC trains. This ice train didn't even know could go on here. So I made this run this morning. And I thought we'll give it a try tonight live on stream. So there you go. In other news, while we're talking about this, I have been doing a bit more work on House Flipper today. One of the houses is built. Still needs a bit of work done. And the other house that I showed you, the one with the stairs, that has now been semi-transformed. Okay? So tomorrow night we'll get another house done. And we will see about more things that we can do. Hopefully I can get a little bit more work done tomorrow so I can get on, show you, and then we can get straight to selling and probably buying another place and starting work on another one. That'd be quite good, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so we currently are going at over 100 miles per hour to whatever that location is. I'm not going to pronounce it because I can't speak German and I don't want to butcher the German language and offend anybody. But we've got 40 miles to go in this train. And we're just going to see how fast we can get there. Some places I will be slowing down just a tad. But let's see what we can do. And honestly, once you're out of this part of the like city area, built up town area, I'd say, and you get into the countryside area on here, that's actually really nice. This is the closest it reminds me to my own route, which is the London-Liverpool Street to Norwich main line. And you start off there and you go through sort of like the town area, but there's some countryside bits you go through. As you know, there's quite high sides either side, but it's quite nice. You see all the trees and stuff. It's really good. I went to the city the other week and there was what was a plastic bag on the track or something. It was a really windy day. I shouldn't have went that day, but I just fancied it. So let's go traveling, and we can sit here and look out of the window if we want to. This is now a runaway train. I like the carriages on this. It's really nice. And it's got that classic sort of like bumpiness as well. It's really cool. But yes, let's talk a bit more about these restrictions that have been lifted in the UK today. So these are the COVID-19 restrictions, and a lot of people are worried about this Indian variant, as I said at the beginning of stream. But people say the vaccine works against it, so that's good. I mean, today restrictions have been lifted where you can now go in restaurants, go in pubs and stuff, and do all that sort of stuff. You can actually dine in places. And also hugging is back after over a year. But the way they showed it to do on TV this morning was fucking ridiculous. It's sort of like, wear a mask, hug the person, but look away from them as you hug them. And only do it for sort of like a 2-second increment. Well, what's the fucking point? You ain't gonna tell people what to fucking do, you know. Do I believe in you should get vaccinated? Absolutely. Do I believe sort of like that, you know, my views already on masks and social distancing? I think they're the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. But hopefully by, I think it's the 21st of June, masks and social distancing will no longer be a thing. That's if the Prime Minister doesn't change his fucking mind and say, okay, this Indian variant's serious, we're going into another lockdown. Because ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody's got time for that bullshit. So yeah, the restrictions have been lifted. I'm just happy to have the shops open again, you know. This whole thing, and then we're going into another topic again, but there you go. This whole thing has disrupted people's way of life for over a year now. It's time to let them have their freedom back. But the thing about it is, everybody's going to be too scared. After a year of sort of like having it drilled into you, don't go near people, they might have a virus. You might catch it and you might die. You know, after having that drilled into you for a year, having drilled into you, wear a face covering, wear fucking gloves on your hands. My advice to people who are scared of that, I understand if you're sort of like are genuinely scared of it. Don't be scared. I know it's easy for me to say, but you didn't have gloves on your hands before. You didn't used to have to wear a face mask. So it's harsh, but grow the fuck up. Grow a set of balls. Get out there. Hug your friends. Hug your family. Go on dates. And don't be fucking worried, sort of like, this person might not have had a vaccination. They might have a virus. Because the chances are they haven't. And we've derailed. We've derailed. I thought by going that sort of speed we'd be fine, but apparently not. I'm not going to replay the scenario. But we failed on that one. We did fail on that one, so we'll do something else on here, because I've only been streaming half an hour and I don't particularly want to stop stream yet, so we need to find something else to do. So let's see what we can find to do. Train Sim World 2 Rush Hour. I'm actually interested in taking a look at that, and it's taken me back to doing this thing again. Should we? Fuck it, let's do it. Let's try it again. We'll give it another shot, we may as well. I would like to get to the other end, so let's keep an eye on our speed. So that was 180 something, so if we keep it about 160, we'll speed up to about 200 or something, just to get some speed up. And then we'll take it down to about 160 and see if that does anything for us. This game's just too good to fucking stick to the speed limits. So there you have it. So what else should we talk about? Because I'm at a loss now. Let's talk about some video games or something. Been watching. I don't know if you guys have been watching it, but I've been watching a lot of people play the new Resident Evil game. It looks good. It looks really, really good. I've also, as I mentioned last night, found a channel that I'm really into. I only found them like last Friday. They're a husband and wife team, and they do some of the games that I have. So they don't do Train Sim, but they do House Flipper. I've got Truck Driver. They do that. Farming Simulator. They do that. Garden Flipper. You know, they do that. So that's really interesting. They said they did a series of House Flipper on PC, but I haven't found that yet. So I will take a look at that. The House Flipper PC series of theirs, and see if I can find it, because it, you know, tomorrow night we're on House Flipper, so it's going to be really interesting to see what happens, you know, in their PC builds. I know a lot of the PC builds are there sort of like beta builds, but there you go. We'll see what happens. Also, when it comes to talk about video games, the expanded and enhanced version of Grand Theft Auto 5, I've heard, should be the 22nd of, it's either June or July, but it's 22nd of one of them. And so if you have Xbox Series X or S, you should be able to get it. If you have PS5, you should be able to get it. You won't be able, I do not think at all you'll be able to get it for PS4 or Xbox One, but your PS5, and that should do it. And when the expanded and enhanced version comes out, I'm going to go live with it, and I'm going to have a look around with you guys, see the graphics, see what's going down, and see what's new, what's been added. And also, because of the haptic feedback on the controllers of the PS5, I'm going to see how the car handling and stuff like that. That was a spy, because I started talking about PS5. Jealous much, bitch. And you know, it's going to be very interesting. So yes, it's going to be quite nice to play. I'm going to drop the speed here, actually, take the power off completely, and we'll cruise it. And if we derail again, we'll do something else, but I highly doubt. We should be okay this time, I hope. A rapid transit fucking track, and I can't even hold this speed. Fair enough. So, yes, tomorrow night we got House Flipper. Wednesday we got WWP. And Thursday we got House Flipper, and Friday is Vinyl Friday. I might spring you another weekend surprise stream, I might not. They're not necessarily set. Also, I may be taking a little bit of a break soon. Just sort of like a couple of days off. But then I'll be coming back. So some days you might not get your TSW2, but I've got to work out what I'm going to do yet, and I will let you guys know on an upcoming stream. Although I love making these streams for you guys, although I love, you know, showing you guys content, coming on here, having fun with you, your boy needs a break. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. But we ain't done yet, especially tonight. We've got to go to wherever that place is, Platform 6. It's 31 miles to go. We're traveling at 158 miles per hour down this track. And we've got a 0.5% downhill gradient as well. We're traveling at quite a nice high speed. Tonight I've got so many YouTube videos to catch up on, it's crazy. When I come off stream. Just listen to that sound, that train. I love that sound. It's been nice to actually go on a train this year. Last year, I went on a train, I believe, a couple of trips, two, three trips on a train, maybe last year. And this year, I've been on a train 4 times. Yeah, 4 times this year, and that's just in the past few weeks. Buying records and stuff like that from my local city, and stuff like that. It's been really nice to get on a train again. And also, because I'm face mask exempt, you get people looking at you. So like, why aren't you wearing a face covering? You're going to kill me with your breath. Fuck off. You know, I'm looking at the video quality and it don't look all that good, so I might even up the video quality for next time. Unless that's because we're going at such a high speed, I don't know. We're doing well though, 26 miles to go. We've got quite a few crossovers and quite a few tracks here, you know, going through a station. Fuck knows what station it is, but we're going through it, and it's gone. The beauty about this game is, like House Flipper, I have the music off because it's the same tune over and over again. And yes, it's a cheerful tune, and it's nice to hear sort of like a couple of times, but then it starts getting old. So you turn the music off, but you turn the ambience up, and you've got birds chirping and stuff like that, and that can be relaxing. This game, you can find the sound of the train going over the tracks relaxing. But another thing you can do is if you drive one of the trains on here that's got an engine that you can, or one like this that you can turn off by lowering the pantograph, and you just stop the train and get out, and you see these trees around you. It's really nice. It's really relaxing. I find it relaxing anyway. You know, over the past few weeks, we've covered some really interesting topics. Tonight we did paranormal. We've done mental health. We've done bullying. We've done all sorts of different topics. And it's really nice to know that we've done them. You know, and I hope that sort of like the ones I've done can help people, especially the mental health one. You know, some of these topics I might even revisit at some point, but I'm thinking maybe I'm going to do another couple of weeks, probably of Train Sim, and then we're going to move on to something else. I haven't decided that one yet. But it won't be the last time you see Train Sim, because any DLC I get, any like the Rush Hour, when that comes out, if I can get it, I'd love to show it to you. So we have 21 miles to go. We're going 122 up of 0.1% gradient. Let's bring this train up to speed a little bit. Let's get it going a little bit quicker than this. Jiggling around a bit, this train is, but we're doing good. 0.2%, so it's good that we hit the acceleration. No, 0.3, fucking hell, we're going up a steeper and steeper incline here. It's been one of them days, guys. I'm sitting here not knowing what to say, and I'm absolutely fucking shattered. But, you know, it's the life of a YouTuber, I guess, now. I don't get paid for doing YouTube, I just do it for fun. And I'm glad I don't get paid for it, because that way I have the freedom of speech to say what I want. Because if I was one of the paid ones, I'd have to meet a certain criteria, not swear in videos, which is damn near impossible for me. Meet a certain criteria, do a certain amount of videos per week, do all sorts of stuff. You know, sponsors would come along and they'd have to approve your video before you post it. So, you know, things like that. And with not being paid for YouTube and just doing it for fun, I can say what the fuck I like, when the fuck I like, and how the fuck I like. And it's fun. And I do it for me, because it's nice to play a few games. And I do it for you as well. I've already thought of a topic we can do for next week. But you won't find out what that is until next Monday. But yeah. It's been one of them days, guys. It's been one of them days. A tiring day. As we're heading down this line, we got 15 miles to go. We're going at 144. Just looks like one long fucking straight, doesn't it? We could have probably got up to 225 on here. I don't know when we're going to come across curves, though. We're crossing over to something here. Some more tracks. You know what? Put the acceleration up. See how we get on. Is the speed going up? Yes, the speed is going up. I'd hate to lay tracks, you know. One thing I would love to do, though, is actually drive a train on one of the simple lines, like my line, the Norwich to London Liverpool Street main line. Because the Greater Anglia trains do that trip, what, so many times per day. And now, because restrictions are lifted and trains have gone from being every hour to every half an hour now, which is brilliant, so you have to manage people better. And it's really nice as well. It's really nice to do these things and go on these trains and one thing and another. 11 miles to go. Now, if you like Train Sim World and you're into trains, I can recommend a channel for you. I can recommend two. Go check out Squirrel. That is Squirrel's content. There's Squirrel, and he's got another channel as well where he's done like live streams and done scenarios and stuff. And there's also Megasim as well. He does all the Train Sim World stuff as well. He doesn't do topics like I do, talking about different things every week, but he does talk about trains and what's coming out in the DLCs and stuff, and he can give you a lot more information than I can, because I don't know what fucking class and model number they are. I just think they're nice trains, they look good, they go fast, I like them, you know. So go check them channels out if you want more information on Train Sim World 2 and stuff. Plus, like Squirrel's got some really other good content as well. Meister Makar, he has that. He's done Cyberpunk and stuff like that. I have Cyberpunk, but I won't be broadcasting it. That's just really good. Really, really good. Go check them channels out. The one I'm watching now, I've seen loads and I'd love to recommend it, but I can't just yet. I need to make sure sort of like they've got other content that's, you know, I think you guys would enjoy. Oh, bollocks to it, let's recommend them. Go check out Praetorian Hijinks as well, because they're fucking amazing. Okay, we're coming to the end of our run. And what I think will probably be the end of our stream. 50 minutes we've been streaming, so yeah, we'll cut it. It's tunnel time. Okay. As we plunge into the darkness, we've got 6.9 miles to go. Oh, check this out. Look at that. Whoa! That's futuristic as all fuck. We haven't got our acceleration on, so we shouldn't derail. And we're going up a steeper and steeper incline as well. Check this out. This is awesome. Wow. Oh, and we're coming back out into the light. We've dropped some speed. 2.5 incline, and it's getting lower. 5 miles, 128 miles an hour. Can we do it, or will we need to take our speed up again? Let's come out, go back into this mode, and we'll see. You might think the trains don't sound so loud tonight. That's because I've turned them down. I was going to do the Clinchfield Railroad, but oh, that train's such a pain in the fucking arse. So we've got 3 miles to go. This train does slow down quite fast. And we're not going that quick either. So once we hit the 1 mile to go mark is when I'll start putting the brakes on and bringing her to a stop. But this is a lovely train. This, as I say, is the ICE train. Let's take a look at it. There you go. Let's go the other side. Can we go the other side? You might be able to see it a bit better, maybe, possibly. There you go. Quite a long train. And I've noticed, even with the trains that I go on, is always the back pantograph they go up. Don't the front ones work? Okay, we've got 2.3 miles to go. We are actually really slowing down now. What speed are we going? 117 currently. 0.6% uphill incline. But this time we made it to the other end. I've got to get ready to stop signal. Up in yellow. And that's in 0.6 miles now. So we might have to slow down if it goes to a red. We've got to slow down in a mile anyway. Let's start bringing these brakes on. Just a really, really gradual stop we're going to come to. Okay, 1 mile to go, and then we've got to stop. We've got a red signal. So I'm going to bring the speed right down. Okay, we went past it, but we did it. Okay, let's hit to main menu. We went past it. Shit. That wasn't supposed to happen, but you know what? It doesn't matter that it did. As long as we had fun, that's the main thing. So that has been your Train Sim World 2 stream tonight on the 17th of May 2021. I have been Flawless. And that topic tonight was the paranormal world. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made some sense to you. I hope you found it entertaining. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow night with some house flipper action. So come check that one out, because we got some things to be doing. We've got some things to be discussing and talking about. And I'll probably do a little bit of work on there if I get the chance to tomorrow. If not, we will do the work on stream. How does that shit sound? Awesome. But for right now, guys, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you took the time out of your day to watch me. So thank you. Do not forget to subscribe here if you're new. Turn on them post notifications to be notified every single time I upload a brand new video or stream. Also follow me on Instagram at FlawlessRage2. But for right now, guys, it is time for me to go. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. And nothing else is left to be said today, guys. But always remember to be yourself no matter who you are or where you are. And always remember to keep smiling. Thank you for watching. Take care. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe. And I'll see you later, guys. Cheers. Bye.